Hello everybody, how are you? 10 years ago to the day, in fact 10 years ago to the minute that this is being released, myself and 4 other actors were stepping out on stage for the very first time at what would become a Knock and Run Theatre production. What a massive 10 years it has been. It has been an incredible journey for this company in the last decade. Not a lot of indie theatre companies get to this point where they get to celebrate 10 whole years of productions. And so I'm feeling very lucky to be able to make this video. I'm not the biggest fan personally of beating your own drum and self-aggrandizement and all that. I also think it would be remiss of us to not take this moment to get a little bit retrospective and celebrate 10 years, which really is an accomplishment, I think. So I thought, what better time to take a trip down memory lane than now? And to do that, I reached out to some old friends. I asked them what their involvement in the company was like, what shows they worked on, and what they're up to now. And I got to tell you, they delivered. Ooh, some tearjerkers in here. This video is going to be 20 minutes long. And I know our attention spans have shrunk since 2016. I'm just going to ask you to do your best. You can take breaks if you need to. But it has been a good experience for me to put this video together. It's really given me clearer perspective of the scope of what we've been doing. And it's going to be good. Just watch the video. Should we do the video? Okay, play the music. Not that music. That is bad music. Try again. Somehow worse. One more time.
Oppan Gangnam Style.
There's no way we get the rights to that. We will be copyright struck very quickly. Comedy works in threes. One more time for the music. That'll do it. Okay, play the tape.
Hello there. I just want to say a very big happy 10th birthday to Knock and Run. My name's Lindsay McDonald. I was in the first ever Knock and Run production with Suicide Incorporated. I played Tommy, little brother to James's character. That show came at a really lovely time. I just started kind of playing around in theatre again after high school and started to dip my toes in doing it a bit more regularly. And now it's my life. I'm about to walk back onto a film set. It's what I'm doing. It is now my career and world, and it started at that point of when I was doing things with Knock and Run. It's wonderful to be able to celebrate the 10th birthday of Knock and Run, and I'm so excited to celebrate many more years. Congratulations to the team for getting it going, for keeping it going, and doing all the great work you're doing. So happy birthday.
Hi there, Knock and Run. Matthew Lee here, coming to you from Sydney. I performed in 2017's production of Grace. I remember I just graduated ACA the year before in Leichhardt, and I was looking for a project where I could really hone my skills. It's one of those rare experiences where, as a performer, you feel like you're in the pocket, and although it was a really challenging role and a really challenging subject matter, I feel like all of us in the show really hit our stride and really felt like we were flying during the show, like that rare feeling where you feel like you're really in the pocket and really working together and listening and bouncing off each other really well, and that's what that was for me. Joyous experience. I felt the high of performing and the thing that we love doing so much after every show. So much so, along with being one of my favourite records of all time, I got it tattooed on my arm. All the best, Knock and Run. Happy birthday. I hope you have the best time, and I'll see you soon.
Hi, I'm Des Robertson.
And I'm Angela Robertson.
And I'm the writer and the director of The Fix, which was produced by Knock and Run Theatre in 2017 at the Royal Exchange Theatre. And we were very fortunate and very thrilled that Knock and Run decided to take a punt on our little work. I gave the script to James and was really excited to put it on.
But we almost were shut down before we even opened.
Yes, apparently the storyline behind our play, or the plot of our play, was very similar to an incident that happened in Newcastle involving a lawyer, of all things, and on a rooftop. So that was news to us, and it almost blew our minds when we heard that somebody was actually trying to shut us down.
A huge big thank you to Knock and Run, and happy birthday!
/ anniversary.
Hey guys, my name is Liv, and and I was first introduced to Knock and Run Theatre back in 2018. So I auditioned for their production of Ajax in Iraq, and I was lucky enough to be cast as a character called AJ. That character went through the absolute ringer. That was a very emotional story to tell. There was a lot of tears. I remember one night there was a lot of snot in front of a full house. It was very embarrassing. But it was such a beautiful, tragic story, and I felt so much pride and honour to bring that character story to life. And it also introduced me to so many amazing creative people, because the cast was so large and the team around the production was so great. And I was able to see we have such a flourishing and beautiful industry here full of creative people. And Knock and Run has contributed to that so strongly for the last decade. Happy birthday, Knock and Run. The last 10 years have been an absolute doozy for you, and I just know that the next 10 years are going to bring just as much gold. So happy birthday.
Hi everyone, my name is Steph. I've worked with Knock and Run a few times, but probably the most memorable for me was in 2018 working on Year of the Rooster. It was just the perfect combination of an incredible play, both funny and super poignant and heartfelt, a really good choice. An incredible cast who were just all beautiful people and amazing actors, and just that synchronicity of everything being so perfect. It was just a perfect storm, and I would happily do a Knock and Run show again in the future. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Aoife Gregory, and in 2019 I was part of Knock and Run Theatre's Suicide Incorporated, where I played Norm. I greatly appreciated being part of this show because it was my first opportunity, having a comedy background, to be given a chance to do some really serious dramatic work. And I'll always be grateful to Knock and Run for giving me that chance. These days, I'm still an actor and a director as well, and I just want to wish Knock and Run Theatre an amazing and happy 10 years. Woo! Those are guns.
G'day! It's Ali Van Gaal here. I loved directing Knock and Run's Circumference of a Squirrel. It was so challenging, but what we found was this incredible growth in ourselves, James and I, as director and actor, where we learnt so much about how to actually make theatre, and we fell in love with our little Circumference of the Squirrel play, and it holds such a special memory, and I actually hope we can do it one day again. I feel really privileged to have worked with James and Knock and Run. It's really shaped the artist I am, and I'm not doing much now. I just do gardening and teaching. I'm just really proud of this beautiful indie company. Thank you for everything. See ya. Happy 10 years.
Matthew Hees, Paul Sampson and myself were privileged to be directed by Patrick Campbell in Knock and Run's production of The Unseen by Craig Wright. It was a fantastic production to be involved with. It was very intense, dark play. It was quite an intimate play as well. There were only 3 characters there. Imagine, if you will, 2 people locked in a torturous prison for over a decade, never having seen each other. The only contact that they have is with their quite brutal prison guard. It was an experience and a half, and it was a very fortunate one for all of us to be involved with. Congratulations on 10 years of Knock and Run, 10 years of producing quality shows. Really proud to be involved. I'm proud of you. Thanks.
Hi guys, Ben Loudon here. Let's have a chat about 2.0 by Jeffrey Jackson. He's still got it. It was my first time working with the company. It was a real challenge, but a very fun challenge. If you didn't get the chance to see it, I played a tech mogul who resurrects himself as a piece of AI, which meant that all of my lines were delivered to a camera with a green screen set up. I didn't actually interact face to face with any of the other actors. So that was a massive challenge, I found, but the tech was so seamless that we had to actually show people that it was actually happening live. It wasn't pre-recorded, so massive kudos to the tech team for pulling that one off. So just want to say to the whole Knock and Run family, congratulations on 10 years. I'm going to keep reminiscing. I might even put the old turtleneck back on.
Hi, I'm Maddie. Playdate 2021 was so much fun. It was the very first one, and it was such a unique opportunity for creatives from all pockets of Newcastle to get together, and to create and collaborate and celebrate all these wonderful new works. And it was also such a beautiful positive energy and opportunity to meet new people and make new connections and maybe learn about other companies that you haven't heard of before. Such a wonderful initiative that Knock and Run was able to bring to Newcastle, and I'm so happy that it's continuing.
Hello, I played the mother of a chimpanzee in the production of Trevor in 2022. We were a rock-solid ensemble through 2 lockdowns and finally hit the stage in 2022, right at the beginning when theatres were tentatively, bravely opening to audiences again. It was a wild ride. It was marvellous mayhem. Happy 10th anniversary Knock and Run Theatre.
I'm Becky McLennan, and I had the pleasure of working with Knock and Run Theatre back in 2022 when we put on a production of Ernest. We had a great time. It was incredible to do a play that also had the element of music in it, a bit of choreography, and just lots of wild antics. My favourite part of the process was actually the warm-up. So basically we would just put on an incredible song that has a kick-ass guitar solo in it, and we would just all go into the zone and rock out on our air guitars. Bit obscure, bit random compared to other productions that I've been in. 10 years, Knock and Run, like that's fantastic. What a milestone, and I feel honoured to have been a part of the family of Knock and Run and the whole process. Not doing anything at the moment, so give me a holler if you're interested. Bye.
Hi, my name is Patrick Campbell, and I was lucky enough to direct ideation for Knock and Run in 2022 with the very able assistance of Phil Ross. We had a fantastic cast, and we were lucky enough to do it at the Q building, which was right on Newcastle Harbour, which really suited the play, so we did it as what I'd call a piece of environmental theatre. My favourite memory of the play is Ben Lowett being willing and volunteering even to do the sound effects from his phone while the play was going on, which was really important in a really crucial scene towards the end of the play. I'm very grateful to that, to all the actors, to Phil and everyone that was involved, and I'd like to thank Knock and Run for what's been a fantastic memory. Thank you.
Hi, Knock and Run. Congratulations on turning 10. You're so old. Last year, I got to be involved in Playdate for season, and I got to share the stage with 2 dear friends, Ben and Liz. I think the highlight honestly was getting to share the stage with them, as corny as that sounds, and also playing Minnie Mouse, even though I think on the nights it depended if it was Minnie and Mickey together. I think it's pretty cool that you're 10. And I'm currently in Sydney doing a Midsummer Night's Dream. So anyway, have a beautiful 10-year celebration.
Oh, hi, I'm Liz Vasilakos, and I played Abby in Now and Then in 2025. I'm really grateful that I got to be part of Knock and Run's last production, but genuinely it was really nice to just get to know James, Patrick and Bron, my co-stars. But congratulations, Knock and Run, I'm so proud of you. Can't wait to see what you do in the next 10 years, and thank you for having me.
Hi Knock and Run, I'm Dom Lacey. You probably know me for my work on the 1927 film Metropolis, where I was the writer, director and producer, but you may have also seen me in the production of Playdate Elementary, where I was a bear on stage. Now one of the fun things about that production is we were first up, and part of the role was that I had to pretend to be a teddy bear, or I was then going to assassinate someone. And James came to me with the idea of being like, hey, what if you were on stage as the bear, not being able to move from the moment that the doors open? And me being me, I was just like, let's go for it. Sitting there for the 20 minutes from when the door opened and not being able to move in this bear costume in a rigid posture was possibly the longest 20 minutes of my life. But it was really rewarding being involved with that production and all of the other people who were involved with it. It was amazing. Like, I always enjoy these opportunities to work with so many wonderful people. So happy 10th anniversary to Knock and Run. I hope you have an amazing day.
Hi, my name's Naya. I played Carolyn in INU. I would say the one standout experience from INU was probably the Q&A night, when we had people from the audience ask questions just on a Friday night show. I think that night was really validating to me because so often you don't really get to hear feedback when you're acting, especially not after the audience has just absorbed it for the first time, so their reactions are raw. I thought it was really special because, especially as a young actor, you just are winging it and hoping something sticks, and then to know for sure that people have resonated with it or people are moved by what you're creating is really reassuring. So I'm thankful to James and for that whole casting crew for giving me that opportunity, and happy 10th anniversary to Knock and Run.
Wow, there you have it, some heavy stuff there. I think just to finish this video off, I just want to say thank you. Thank you to the people who sent these videos in. Thank you to anyone who's ever been part of a Knock and Run theatre show. If you were an actor or in the crew or on the creative team or a technician, thank you so much for being there with us. Thank you to the audiences who constantly give us chances to try out new stuff and sometimes some really weird stuff. Thank you. Alison Van Gaal, Patrick Campbell in particular, a massive thank you to you guys for being there pretty much for this whole journey. I guess on a personal level, since these guys all just did it, I'll say I'm genuinely really proud of Knock and Run Theatre. I think that Knock and Run Theatre is probably the best thing I've done with my life up to this point. And I couldn't be happier looking back on all these memories. And that's pretty much it. Let's get back to making kick-ass, weird-ass theatre that makes people go, alright, great. That'll do it. Love your butts. See you at the theatre. I should have come up with a better sign-off. That'll do. Okay, bye.